Art Journal Junction, and today I'm going to be creating a page in my large Dylusions journal. So I'm going to start off by creating a background with some Dylusions inks, and I'm going to use a spritz of water over the whole page to help the ink smooth. And then I'm going to lay down Balmy Night, Blue Lagoon, and Island Parrot. And after that's all placed, I'm going to use an extra sheet of paper and smush it together to help the inks move and also not waste some of the ink that I sprayed down. Because when I'm done, not only will I have a page, but I'll have an additional piece of paper that I can use later to cut on, stamp, do whatever. And after I've made that print, I'm going to use some paper towel and just pick up the extra ink and let it sit there to dry. Now I'm using a large grid stencil also from the Dylusions line, and I'm laying it on my page and spritzing some water through it, and then also flipping the stencil and using some of the water that was on the opposite side, and then using the paper towel once again to pick up that water. And as you can see, it's created sort of a ghost print. And now I'm using a variety of stencils and spritzing through them with the ink, same colors as I used earlier, to create some designs. So the first thing I used was Island Parrot, and now I've switched to Blue Lagoon. And I'm not only spraying to get the positive, but I'm flipping the stencil so I also get the negative image, and then once it's sprayed through, I use the paper towel to pick up the extra ink. Now I'm using another stencil. This one is from Dylusions Mixed Media, and I believe that stencil is called Ladders. And now I'm with Balmy Night, I'm just spraying, continuing doing the same technique. Now at this point I decided that I wanted to add some color in different places, so I actually took my dirty used stencil and just pressed it so that the ink color would get into different areas. I didn't want to add a whole nother design, I'm just wanting to add the color a little bit at the top, a little bit at the bottom, so it doesn't have that perfect stenciled look everywhere. And once again using my paper towel to pick up the extra ink. And now that my background is done, I am using the Finnabar stamp set called Don't Forget to Fly and the mini archival ink in Black Soot. And I'm going to stamp that on my page. Now I'm going to stamp it multiple times so I get different levels of colors of ink. So, the first time really dark, second time it's a little bit lighter, third time, etc. And I'm just doing this multiple times to sort of create an area of text. I don't really want this to be red, I'm just doing it more for a design element. And also I decided I didn't want all of them to be so dark, so when I wanted them to be lighter, instead of pushing down with the ink pad, I just rubbed it on the stamp, and that will create what is called second generation stamping, or a lighter form of stamping. And that way I'm not wasting as much ink, and I can get the exact tone of ink that I want. So I just keep doing this until I like, how much of space is covered. And then I'm also going to use the small butterfly from the same stamp set, and doing that same technique of multi-generational stamping. First time it's dark, second time a little lighter, third time, etc., etc. And so I'm just placing this small butterfly in different places in the background. There's really no rhyme or reason to where I put it. I just kept stamping until I thought I was happy with it. And I'm also layering some of the butterflies over the top of the stamped words, just adding layers to the background. And now I'm taking a larger butterfly from that same stamp set, and I'm stamping it on a piece of the Mixed Media cardstock from Dylusions, which was included in the December Mixed Media Inspired Kit. And all these products are actually included in the December Mixed Media Inspired Kit. Now I'm taking one of the canvas tags and a piece of the cheesecloth and that butterfly that I stamped earlier, and then I cut out. And now I'm just kind of deciding how I want them all to layer on here. And then I decided the canvas tag was too blank, so using that same small butterfly stamp and the archival black ink, I'm going to stamp the butterfly onto the canvas tag. I'm going to do this multiple times until I have the entire tag filled, And then I didn't want that edge of the butterfly to get on my page, so I'm just holding it in the air and stamping it. You also could get some scratch paper, which probably would be a better option, so that you don't have to balance this in the air like I did, but now that I'm looking at it, I'm not really sure why I did that. Just use some white scratch paper. So then I decided the butterflies needed some color, so I took the same colors of Dylusions ink spray, but I took the cover off, and now I'm just using the end of the spray nozzle to add a little bit of ink to the butterflies. And the blue color was Blue Lagoon, and then the lime green here is Island Parrot. The same colors that we used in the background. And I'm just using the end of the spray nozzle to just put ink exactly where I want it, just colorizing the butterflies. And this canvas tag actually took the color really well, and it didn't bleed, so I was pleasantly surprised because I wasn't sure quite how that was going to work. And then after I'm done, I just use my paper towel to pick up the extra ink. And now that my small butterflies are colored, I can begin assembling. Now I'm going to use the Ranger adhesive strips, and these are double-sided adhesive strips that are meant to hold different types of material together, like paper, or in this case cheesecloth, canvas tags. And the thing I really like about them is that not only do they come in different widths, but you can just tear it right there. You don't need a scissors or anything, so it's really easy to just keep on working, keep on going. So as you can see here, I'm pulling off another strip, and then I'm just going to tear it, simple, and place it exactly where I want the adhesive to go. So my first strip was to make sure that I had the cheesecloth where I wanted it and had that placement correct. Now I'm actually going to begin sticking items down. So putting a little bit on the back of the butterfly cut out. And then I have just a little bit of that left, so I'm just going to put it back on the strip and use it on my next project. And then to stick it down, all I do is remove the liner and firmly press down. As so, and that is now adhered. I'm going to also remove the liner off the two pieces of on the back of the canvas tag. As you can see, it's really simple, it's really fast. And now everything is complete. I'm just going to place it down and then press. And now my page is complete. Thank you so much for watching. I really love how just with a few simple products, we made a really impactful page. If you'd like to learn more about the Mixed Media Inspired subscription kit, please check out the description below. And also, don't forget to follow our channel so that you can see all of our future videos.